Hi Leo, my ascendant brothers and sisters, welcome to your month ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book your personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. And before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help us all on our paths to our highest vibrational good. So Leo, my ascendant brothers and sisters, welcome to your September 2020. Let's have a look see. So just before we start, as I'm saying to all the signs this month, my readings, when I do my tarot readings for the signs, I tap into the energy of the sign. So whatever sign I'm reading for, i.e. Leo, I'm reading for the sun, the moon and the ascendant. This is a general reading for the energy of Leo. So this is for you, whether you're a sun or ascendant or moon sign of Leo. And like I say to everybody, you know, not everything for every single person is going to resonate, and that's fine. Okay, for your actions and interactions with the world at large, of course, we get the strength card, right? And this is great because it means that we're coming from a place of authenticity. It also says that this month we're finding that truest, what I call our own inner true north, right? This is about us really saying to ourselves, this is what I want, this is what I need, but ultimately, this is who I truly am. This is about you standing in your power. It's about you really presenting the best of who you are, because it's about all of who you are. The vulnerable, the nitty, the gritty, the good, the bad, the ugly, like all of it. This is really this month about you demonstrating how strong you can be, but also how vulnerable you can be. This is about opening yourself up to the world, to people, to your connections, to your collaborators, to anybody that you come into contact with. This month, this is where you're going to demonstrate that really gentle inner fire, that part of you that is completely and utterly unique to itself, but also this is about you really showing people who you are at the depths. And remember, one of the things that I love about this card, right, she's taming the lion, she's closing the mouth of the, like, you know, how many people are going to be brave enough really to put their hands near a lion's mouth? And what that basically says is, what does the lion represent? It represents the heart. This is about her taming that wildest part of herself, all of her emotions, all of the heart-based energy that she has. This is about taming that, not taming it to subdue it. Look at that. She's not using chains or weapons or anything like that. It's just simply using that energy of willpower, but also using that energy of gentleness, that gentle courage, that gentle spirit, that gentle heart that is able to endure all things. So the fact that we've got this as our actions and interactions with the world at large this month, is about you being your authentic self and letting people know who you really are at a core level, and demonstrating your strength to be a leader, to be somebody that stands at the forefront, but doing that in a way that allows you to really think, doing that in a way that allows you to show people all of what you encompass, all of who you truly are. It's a gorgeous card to have. And remember that Mars retrograde that takes place on the 9th of September, it's going to start on the 9th of September, but it's going to be going on for a whole while yet, because as I'm doing this, Mars is currently in shadow, all right? So it hasn't even started to go retrograde yet, and won't until the 9th of September. That energy, even though it's happening in Aries, is trine to the sign of Leo. So whether it's your sun, your moon, or your ascendant, this is a trine energy to you, which is actually a very harmonious aspect. All right, so for your money and materials, you've got the Temperance card. So we're 2 for 2 with the major cards so far, right? This is powerful stuff. When it comes to your money and your finances, it looks like this month you are really starting to balance your finances out, but it also looks like you're starting to address any of the wounds, any of the core wounds that you might have had around survival, around money, around making money, around manifesting money, around keeping money, any of those things that you might have been misaligned with or around previously. This month you can address them and approach them. You're coming from a place of true manifestation this month because it's coming from the heart space. Now, this coupled with the strength card, it talks about your physical health as well. This month you could be really paying a lot of attention to your physical body, to your own personal healing journey. You know, it doesn't have to be about weight loss or anything like that. This can just be about strengthening your body, maybe as well. And I touch on this very gently. I'm not a medical professional or any professional in that regard, so I can't comment on this, but these two together, if you have ever suffered from an eating disorder, if you've ever had any issues around that kind of thing, this month you could really get to the heart and to the depths of what it is that's caused that for you, and you could really start to heal. This could be a very powerful month for healing for a lot of Leo people or people with Leonine energy. It just requires you to be honest, to be open, and to be your authentic self. And why do I say that? Because your authentic self, who you are, what you're about, what you want, what you need, what you desire, what you are for, in and to the world, is more than enough. Not just enough, more than enough, right? And this Temperance card is basically saying love and treat yourself the way that you would everybody else. Be open to that healing because it is really there for you this month. Financially, it's the same story. Where is it that you might have denied yourself previously? Or where is it that you've told yourself that you're not worth A, B, and C, or the things that you wanted? This month you're readdressing that balance and you're getting it all back in some way, shape or form. On a home front or a home level, I think this is probably going to be, certainly for those of us that have been through moves and changes of home and stuff, this is probably going to be the first month that you actually feel really at home for a while, which is nice, finally. All right, for our communications and conversations, it's the 9 of Wands, right? So one of the things that I always say to people with this card is speak your truth, however it is that you feel, right? If you feel like you've never been heard or never been listened to, this is the month for you to really speak up on it. This is the month really for you to let people know what it is that you've been carrying, what it is that you've been going through, what it is that you've been dealing with. This 9 of Wands next to the Temperance card as well, that is literally a physical healing journey. So some of you could be addressing some physical ailment that you've had. Maybe you're getting a second opinion. Maybe you are looking into alternative methods of healing. This could come up for a lot of you this month. For a lot of you as well, I feel like this is the month where you're finally willing to admit, you know what, I'm not invincible. And if anything, that actually makes me stronger, which is a really powerful place to be in. This month you could be addressing a lot of the things that have hurt you or have held you back in some way. You could be very vocal this month about the things that you've experienced and the way that they have shaped you, and that would be a really good use of your energy. The only thing that I will say to you is be conscious of the way that you put this out, because, you know, as an example, for some people, I'll give you just this is a really poor example, but it's an example that I can think of. For some people, passing a driving test is everything. For some people, passing a driving test is something they do like that and it's done. Do you know what I mean? But for some people that have to take it 3, 4, 5 and 6 times, it means a lot and it gets them to, you know, to feel a certain place. Everybody has that. So what it is that you find easy this month, or easy to talk about, or easy to have gotten over, not everybody will feel that way. And that's okay, right? Because you'll have things that other people will have done like that, you know, it's like, wow, how are they doing that so easily? But this month, it's about really acknowledging that. Okay, for our heart and half, we have the Ace of Wands, right? So this is great because the Ace brings it right next to the 9. That brings you the final one that you need for the 10. That's the completion. So there is a completion and a new beginning this month, which is great. When it comes to your heart and half, when it comes to your emotional connections, for those of you that are single, this month you could be very, very powerful in that meeting somebody energy. But here's the thing, you are so much in your authenticity, you are so much in your, this is who I am. I'm not going to embellish. I'm not going to take anything away from it. You are either going to love me for all that I am, or you're going to hate me for all that I am. But either which way, all that I am is all that you're going to get. Do you know what I mean? It's like there's no censorship. There's no embellishment. There's none of it. It's just kind of like, this is it. This is what you're going to get. If you say you want to be with me, if you find me attractive, if you want to date me, this is all of it, right? The good, the bad, and the ugly. There's no holdbacks. There's no holds barred this month, which I absolutely love, right? I really, really love this for us. So, and yeah, for those of you that are partnered, this is about you guys getting really creative on how you help each other forward. This is about you really starting to think about, right, okay, well, you know what? I know my partner struggles with this. How can I support them in a different way? And vice versa. This is about you guys talking and getting back to the fun element, getting back to the enjoyment. I mean, look at this, is all fire. It's all fire. Strength card, Leo. Temperance card, Sagittarius. 9 of Wands, fire. Ace of Wands, fire. I mean, this month, as I've said to every sign, this month is ruled by Mars. Everybody, you know, I'm not an astrologer extraordinaire or anything, and yes, there's a lot of other planetary aspects and stuff that are strong, but Mars is going retrograde this month, which is a very strong energy because it's a rare energy. So as far as I am concerned, September 2020 is ruled by Mars. Okay, so really, really interesting and very powerful energy. So let's have a look at our weeks of the month. For the first week of the month, we have the World card right underneath the Strength card. So there's going to be an opportunity for you to present yourself to the wider world stage this month. In some way, shape or form, possibly here in this first week of the month, you could be either called onto the wider world stage, maybe into the public eye, maybe for your opinion, for your expertise. And the thing that I want to say to you is this could be an amazing opportunity that really helps you get ahead. The thing that you really want to be conscious and aware of, do not come as anything more or less than what you are. Don't promise what you can't do or be or deliver, and you know, don't undersell yourself, right? So if this comes down to asking for a fee for an appearance, you charge what you're worth. If this comes down to giving your opinion, you give your honest opinion. Come from that heart space leonine energy and present that to the world. Be all that you are, nothing more and nothing less. And I promise you, you will shine in the way that all Leos, even you silent dignity types, and you know I love you, but even you silent dignity types all love to shine as well. And providing you are this, right? Providing you are willing to show all of your rights, your wrongs, just all of it, to be a true person, a true being, you can but shine. For our second week of the month, we have the Hermit card. So we're getting really serious about the finances this month, right? You're getting really serious about the budget, about what you can do, about what you can't do, what is possible, what you want to do, what you want to create in the long run, in the long haul. This could be a month where you're really very focused on some of those bigger, longer term financial plans. And it could be where as well, you are giving a lot of credence to what you're about to create, right? So this month, there's, you know, sometimes Leos get in, you know, like they like to take things slow. They like things to be, what's the word? Consistent, right? But sometimes Leo gets a bit impatient. Well, I know for myself anyway. All I can speak for is me, right? But that energy this month isn't going to be present. It's like this month you're going to be really meticulous when it comes to your money, when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your work, your profession. You're very, very astute and very, very succinct. It's kind of like you might even find that you know, people are like, wow, you're not usually this OCD, or, you know, this detail orientated, but there's a part of you that's like, no, I need to focus on this. And if I'm going to do it, I want to do it properly. I want to do it by the book, and I want to go into it the way that it needs to be gone into. When it comes to physical health, you will be very meticulous about what you're eating, about what you're doing. This month you could be very, very almost like, you know, regimented And this is the best way to use a Mars retrograde energy. It's not about the brute force, it's about the strategic energy, right? Mars retrograde is the general. Mars direct is the soldier. That's where it's like, all a go ahead charge. Whereas Mars retrograde, it's about, right, let me strategize. How am I going to do this? What's the right way to go about this in the detail orientated sphere? You could find as well, when it comes to an environmental or a home level, you might not necessarily feel like, and it's interesting because you are going to be called to the wider world stage in some respect, but you might not necessarily feel like socializing so much this month. And that's okay, because it means that your energy is going to be, focused on so many other things. For your third week of the month, you got the Sun card, right? So being honest, speaking your truth, being open. And it's interesting because the third week of the month has had the Sun card a few times now. So I'll be intrigued to see what comes up there, for the wider world stage. But there's something about you this month that is shining because you're admitting that you're human, that you're showing parts of yourself that maybe haven't been shared before. Maybe you talking about your story, about where you've been, about what you've experienced and how that stuff has shaped you. It's putting a spotlight on you this week, this month, and here in the third week especially. I mean, I do feel that in a lot of ways you are going to definitely be shining this month, and it would be interesting to see how you kind of do that. For your fourth week of the month, you've got the Empress card. So I love this. You could definitely be meeting someone this month, especially with the Empress card. And it kind of feels like it's more about enjoyment and harmony and companionship, right? It's kind of like you're not putting a label on it. You're just like, you know what? I really enjoy spending time with you. I can see that you enjoy spending time with me. Can we just kind of go down that path and see where we end up? So there's no labels this month of, what are we, what aren't we, or any of that. It's just easy, it's fun, it's sassy, it's sexual, it's vibrant, it's all of that. It's very sensual. You could be going for food together, you could be very tactile, very touchy, all of that kind of energy, and it's lovely. And it's the same for couples or people that are married or have been together for a while. But the thing that comes up that's slightly different here is that you guys are creating something. The Ace of Wands with the Empress, that's pregnancy energy, that's baby energy, that is, and even if it's not a literal birth or a pregnancy, it could be something that you're hatching together. It falls here right next to this Sun card, right? So that's if you don't want that experience, just be very cautious, because this is a very, look at that, it's all passion, all fire, all vibrancy. This is a very sensual month. It's a very fertile month. This could be a deeply creative month for you as well, Leo, where you are really, going for it. There could be a lot bubbling up from within you that just feels like it's sort of divinely inspired in some way, shape or form. And then for your key to the month, you have the Three of Swords. It's time to let go of the crap, all of the baggage, right? And this is the thing, it's not like you're letting go of it and forgetting about it or burying it in a box and putting it in a box and burying it somewhere. You are literally letting it go by letting it out, right? So whatever it is that you have to share with or divulge to the world, it's only going to serve to make you better. All right, with that said, and lighter as well, actually. So with that said, I wish you all an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic month. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.